31-0.
Motherfuckers be this, man. Check out Off the Bench anytime you get a chance.
Hey, Off the Bench is 89. Check it out.
What up, what's good, what's happening? It's your boy Big Herb, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. We are on the way to 1,000 subs, so please, before we get any further, please hit that like, big sure to comment, punch that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you can be abreast of what's next. Ladies and gentlemen, ain't really much to talk about. 31-0. I said I wasn't going to go on here and crash out. So this video is probably going to be one of the shortest videos that I'm just going to point out the obvious and just say how I feel real quick, because I refuse to go ahead and just really go off the way that I went off. I drank myself to sleep on Sunday. This is more so becoming a therapy session more than anything. This team is a fucking joke. I said the other day, if JJ McCarthy puts on a show, we legit have to think about, like, hey, DQ, is he on the hot seat? Yeah, and that hot seat right now is boiling. I tried to go ahead and just calm myself down about it, because it's like, dude, this team turns the ball over so much, and I'm just gonna go straight to it. JJ McCarthy looked like Tom Brady. He looked like Tom Brady out there. Now, he ain't put up like Tom Brady numbers. I'm speaking on the fact that he just looks efficient. So efficient. Defense looks soft. Von Miller was the only one who got to the quarterback. Couldn't get a pass rush. Defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. Hell, not even a runny nose. I mean, a nosebleed is more threatening. Yeah, couldn't stop a runny nose. They offense couldn't get shit done. I blame Cliff Kingsbury for that shit. The offensive line had the worst output of the whole entire season. They blitzed every single play. And if they didn't blitz, they look rattled. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. I've said this numerous times. I am not one of those strategy guys that can sit down and tell you this is what they need to do in the situation. Even I knew they needed to go in the 12 technique because they were blitzing. You need to go ahead and get you some blockers. And hey, Terry McLaurin is one-on-one. You finally got him healthy. The plays that you did throw at him, he looked like he was able to do whatever he wanted. One play he had 28 yards. The other one he had like maybe 10, 15 yards. I mean, he looked like he could still play. I'm gonna get to the comment section, and shout out to Lil C White, because he's always a real one for us. So I have to give him his flowers, because he always gives me some needed stuff to talk about whenever I miss something, or he addresses the thing. So shout out to him or her, or I mean, I really don't even know if you're a male or female, but shout out to Lil C White. Yeah, I already addressed it. JJ McCarthy looked like Brady. Defense plays soft. Offensive line had his worst game. JD5 needs to sit down the rest of the season. At this point, this is the 4th time that he's got knocked out of a game. Let the boy sit for the rest of the fucking season. I do not care if you're trying to get him some reps. I do not care if he says he wants to play. I do not give any fucks. If there's anything that I would give Dan Quinn credit for Sunday's game is when he got hurt, he took his ass out. You're not going back in there. In all honesty, it kind of, if he brings him back in this week or any other week, it's looking like he's trying to save his job. In all honesty, I mean, the last 2 times, I think it was 2012 and 2013. I'm sorry, 2013 and 2014. I'm sorry, 2023 were the last 2 times that we've lost 7 games in a row. And those 2 times, the coaches got fired. So, I mean, what else? I mean, he kind of looks like I'm trying to sit here and look at it from the standpoint of just actually doing this from a fan's perspective, but not trying to go ahead and be to the point to where it's just like, oh my God, the sky is falling. This is just the old times, and try to live in that same type of situation. I'm trying to get to a point to where it's like, hey, let me go ahead and actually do this from an actual smart perspective, not a sky is falling fan perspective. And that is, you have to question if Dan Quinn should keep his job. Fire him? No, you can't. Because if you're trying to show a strong front if you do have to fire him, you want to show a strong front to somebody who is actually getting to a point to where it's like, I need to show them that I'm giving them giving him a long bit of rope. Now, Dan Quinn keeps cutting off that rope little by little. And then it's putting him on a hot seat because you're playing against arguably the worst quarterback room in the NFL. In all honesty, I don't think it's really arguably. I think it is the worst quarterback room in the NFL. It's a legit question you have to ask. You have to go ahead and question, like, is it worth keeping his job? It has to be put out there. Let me get to the rest of my notes because, like I said, this ain't going to be more than 10, 15 minutes. Vikings look like they legit took over Ragnarok because the blitz, it looks scary. Cliff Kingsbury looks remedial with that play sheet. The only good spot was Bill, and even that was It's I really have questions that is not going to get answered until the off season. I know I said, like, hey, lose the rest of the games. I wasn't prepared for 31-0 against the Vikings. I have nothing. Just like their effort into getting into the end zone or kicking a field goal. I have nothing. I'm trying my best to keep my sanity covering this team. Hell, at least when you go ahead and look up people like Candy Waller, like Lewis, they're getting paid for it. I'm not getting shit. I'm doing it for the love of the game. Before we go out here, I want to go ahead and hit up these comments in the comment section. Lil C. White, and shout out to him because he is my man. Appreciate it. So Big Herb wanted to start off by saying, if Jaden Daniels plays versus the Giants, I'm going to crash because I don't trust him. I don't trust him staying healthy. Couldn't agree more. 4 times this year. Now, the other 3 times, it was a hip drop tackle that took him out the game. So, and he landed on his elbow. He landed on his elbow this time. Was it a dirty hit? I don't think it was dirty because, I mean, at some point, Tom Brady even says, like, when I throw an interception, get down. I don't need to be hit. You don't need to be making that tackle, Jaden. In all honesty, if you got to pick 6, oh well, protect yourself. If he plays versus the Giants, there's a realistic possibility he could get hurt and literally tear his ACL or something worse, because every time he plays, he comes back, he's getting hurt. So at this point, rest him. Couldn't agree more. I'm done seeing Jaden this year because if he plays, you're risking him to get hurt even more. I don't believe Jaden's 100% healthy. I wholeheartedly agree. There's no way. If he's in there, you've seen him adjusting the elbow brace numerous times. He looked uncomfortable. Also, like I said in the comment section, shouting out to Lil C White, so his response was appreciated, man. Always love and support the channel. So I genuinely appreciate it. Guys, if you can do me a favor real quick, if you're in here, hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next. TMB June says, I don't know what the fuck happened Sunday. Gotta be the worst game I seen as a fan. It feels like the team quit. You're not wrong in the assessment. You're not. I'm just trying to understand what the hell is going on. Jaden needs to sit, but now what's crazier? Philip Rivers maybe coming out of retirement. But man, they can't put excuse me. They can't put Jaden out there again. He's gonna ruin his career. TMB. I'm not even mad at DQ. Cliff has been the problem at OC. He's gonna mess up JD5's development if we keep him. I want him gone too. Inconsistent, just as bad as Witt as the DC. What if we rest our? What if we lose the rest of the games? We probably will have the #1 pick overall. Now, I'm going to get into that because I actually seen something as far as with tanking. As far as getting the #1 pick, it's like every game we lose 2 or 3 players to major injury. Let's just sit Jaden. We got nothing to play for. DQ needs to sit Jaden for the rest of the year. Leave it to Hartman or Mariota or Johnson and Mariota. Yeah, that's a new low. If we get Hartman in there, we definitely not win any more games. I will go ahead and say this as far as I want to send my heart. I feel bad, so bad for Zach Ertz. He tore his ACL. It was confirmed yesterday by DQ in the presser. To see somebody like that on the verge of retirement and coming in last year and playing his ass off, and playing his ass off this year too. I mean, you seen the 10-catch game against Denver, and you was like, okay, well, shit, he might be able to pull at least one more season out. And I don't want to go ahead and call the player that hit him dirty, but it almost looked kind of like a dirty hit. I saw something, I don't know the legitimacy of it, where they looked like the NFL was going to look into seeing if it was a legal hit or anything like that. I feel really bad for him. And I mean, I feel bad for Zach Ertz. So please recover well, my guy. Whether you call it a career or not, it was great to see you play. Lil C White also says they will probably start Hartman in week 18 and Zach and Zach Ertz injury was a dirty hit. I just don't believe in hitting somebody in the knee area. Now, you always want to hit that torso area for me. It's like if you go anything beneath the thigh, you're trying to hurt that person. Little C says the NFL is investigating and may be a fine. Yeah, so it's definitely not cool. I don't like it, and I understand as far as people saying, as far as like, hey, he going full speed. What can you do? No, he looked like he deliberately was going after that area. I'm not saying dude is a dirty player. I don't know who. It happened so fast. I didn't even catch who was the guy who did it. But yeah, it just was a bad game. I've seen donuts before. It just hits a little different when it's your team who's actually getting the donut. It was just bad. I really don't have nothing else to say. We play the Giants next week. It's gonna be something else. Hell, I said this jokingly. Just if I have to look at Hard Knocks this week, and am I gonna break my tablet? Because I'm not trying to watch that. It was, and I mean, and here's the thing: we had like what 5 to 10 minutes on that show last week. It feels like when they play that, it's gonna be in slow motion. The only positive that I got out of it yesterday, out of this weekend, the Eagles lost, and Jalen Hurts looks atrocious. It looks atrocious. He looked atrocious. 4 interceptions. And here's the thing: I'm gonna address this because obviously our season is over and we've been eliminated from the playoffs. When the season is officially done during the playoff run, I will be actually doing playoff coverage as far as what's going on, because we really ain't probably going to be able to do anything until the season is actually over after the Super Bowl. We can do draft pickups or whatever, but I'm going to be trying to cover the NFL because obviously it felt like they kind of quit. Lucy said one game, Danielle Hunter saved Josh Allen from having a serious leg injury. Also, I guess they're gonna blame those 5 turnovers on their OC. Yeah, that he looked awful yesterday, and it brought me some. Some joy. Here's the thing. I will go ahead and say I had this conversation with my dad the other day. Jalen Hurts as a person he's that one guy that you wouldn't mind dating your sister. He's an outstanding individual. He's an actual cool person. But he has Kelly Green on, so fuck him. That's just how I feel. He's just I don't like him. They counted it as 5 turnovers for Hurts, because he had a fumble as well. He turned it over 2 times in the same play. That shit was awesome. Not awful, awesome. That shit was amazing to watch. Oh man, misery loves country misery loves company because I love to see them crash and burn yesterday. It was amazing just to see that, and then losing in the fashion like that, thinking that they had a chance. Oh man, hold on a sec. We're not going to go ahead and say that about Jalen Hurts, because game manager is it's too good of a name to give him. He's something else. He was bad. I saw somebody say it, if he is what's the dude that plays for the Jets? I'm losing my track of his name. He was a starting quarterback for the Jets this year, coming out of Ohio State, played for the Bears. He's him, but with Ferraris. Wow. Yes, Justin Fields. He's Justin Fields with Ferraris on around him. That is fucking hilarious. Black Trent Dilfer is hilarious. Wow. I think yo, comment of the day. Comment of the day. Called him the Black Trent Dilfer. That is hilarious. Bears honestly ended Eagle season. You know what? I forget dude's name. Damn it. He is a Cowboys content creator, but he does the NFC East. Was it? I'm looking it up real quick. NFC East meeting. Scooter Magruder. If you get a chance, go and look at Scooter Magruder. He is a Cowboys content creator, but he does this every single week NFC East meeting where it's supposed to be the fans of each team, and they pretty much do. It's like a 2 to 3 minute video every single week. It is hilarious. Shout out to him. If I ever, if I'm gonna try to eventually one day reach out to him to see if we can get him on. He's a pretty big name, so but yeah, yeah, it is hilarious at his best. So give him a follow when you get a chance. When they say he won the Super Bowl, I just say Denver got one too. Here's the thing, I have to give him credit because he played actually really well in those Super Bowls. But Black Trent Dilfer is fucking hilarious. All right. I got to end this stream because I said I wasn't going to be on here longer than 10, 15 minutes. And we're at 22 minutes right now. So, but guys, you have brought me some form of joy. So thank you for our therapy session this week after seeing 31-0. We played the Giants. This is what I was trying to say the other day. Tankathon draft number. We actually have a shot at getting the number 1 pick. And this is what I found out the other day. If this is the path to the number 1 overall pick. Giants need to beat the Commanders. Titans need to beat the Saints. Raiders need to beat the Giants. Saints need to beat the Jets. And the Browns have to win. They could possibly still get the number 1 overall pick without the Saints and Browns winning another, but it's looking like they would own the tiebreakers, strength of schedule tiebreakers. So if we get the number 1 overall pick, we are fucking. I will fucking go off if we don't trade that shit down and get multiple picks. Because if we get 5th pick overall, trade it, get the multiple picks. You can get a first round next year. Get your 2nd and your 4th this year, and multiple others. If we get the number 1 overall pick, no, if you want this number 1 overall pick, you're going to need everything. I need everything that you got because it's the number 1 overall pick. I don't think the team has ever had the number 1 overall pick, but I want it all. Y'all are killing me with this damn. Was Jalen Hurts on drugs last night? You could trade with the Jets. They have 2 first this year. Trade with the Jets, get their multiple first round picks for this year, or get a first, 2nd, and a 4th. Get 2 firsts this year. Well, first of all, you're gonna get a first regardless of the situation because whoever you're trading with, they're giving you your first round pick. But it's also got to be next year's as well. So that's really just a draft switch, and I need your first round pick for next year. But I need multiple picks. I need you. First of all, I'm recouping that second and fourth round picks. I'm also getting your next year's number one. That is a prerequisite. You are not getting this pick unless you give me those 3 picks. So if you ain't got a first or fourth or next year's first, don't even bother calling me. That is what I feel about that. Guys, I appreciate y'all bringing me some form of laughter. At this point, right this second, I think that we are just the Tankathon, we are at number 5, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see real quick. We are the Tankathon. Currently, we are at, if you could bring it up, we're at the number 6 pick behind the Giants, Vegas, Tennessee Titans, Cleveland, New Orleans, and then us at number 6. So there's still a possibility that we can get the number 1 pick. So guys, thank you once again for watching the show today. Like I said before, help us grow so we can do more. Hit that like, smash that comment, leave a comment, smash that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next. And as always, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Peace.